see her crash out, she'll burn out in flames. There's, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the concept of enabling. You know what I'm saying? Enabling an individual. So you're fueling that fire. You know what I'm saying? You're fueling the fire that keeps on, keeps on making us keep on. You know what I'm saying? That keeps us going. In other words, you feel what I'm saying? We're enabling the thing. So I feel like that validation point was an important point to raise. I feel like it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there are creators that can take that level of support, that level of just love from their audience, bro, but still maintain, proper humanity. You know what I'm saying? Decent humanity. I'm not saying be perfect. I'm not saying be completely diplomatic, completely stoic. You know what I'm saying? But like, obviously, considering that literally you're not the only person that exists in the space. You feel what I'm saying? It does get tricky, bro. Now, when we're talking about, that little clip that we just saw where she's on live, right? She's in the store. Well, she's in the, I don't know what they call it, where they go massage their feet, massage parlor, right? Yeah. And then like the other customers are like, yo, just please don't film. That time, right? The filming of the customers, they were already captured, like at certain points. But right up until that point when they're like, yo, please don't film, it's the live. The live had already been rolling. So with the live situation, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to like be like, okay, I will stop filming you or I will get you out of the frame, but I can't promise that, this footage with you in the camera, with you on, in frame, I cannot promise that won't be existent after this moment, right? So, if you look closely, run the shit back, you look closely, the customer did talk, and then, the cameraman just like eliminated those customers from within the frame, according to the clip, right? We don't know how, the rest of the stream went, blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it does get tricky when we're talking about the live stream and capturing things and blah, blah, blah. When we're talking live stream, right? It does get tricky. So that's the only, point of devil's advocation that I can do, like in terms of what I'm talking about. But it, the other angle that Meezy broke down is the angle of entitlement. You know what I'm saying? And I feel, okay, that's more of an accurate one. For me, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking psychology. There's like there are these concepts of like attachment styles. You understand what I'm saying? The attachment styles that can be developed as a result of, how you were brought up. You know what I'm saying? How you were nurtured, how you were given care by your caregivers, by your parents, etc. Right? From childhood. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, like according to the research that I've did, about attachment styles. So the way that you attach to things, it can be to lovers. You know what I'm saying? It can be to friendships, you know what I'm saying, can be to your family, anything that you attach yourself to, the way you attach to that thing, you know what I'm saying, that way has a certain style, and each individual has, have that certain style to them, you know what I'm saying. So one person's style is not the same as another person's style. So what she's giving, okay, again, I may be talking from the side of my neck. I just don't want to open up Copilot now, just to confirm things. We might open up Copilot, but just to remind myself of these attachment styles, right? The one attachment style, I think it's the anxious avoidant, right? So the kind of like attachment style where you attach out of a fear, out of avoiding maybe being neglected, or out of avoiding being forgotten about, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Where like you have to attach in a form where you have to perform. You have to walk on eggshells. You literally have to act a fool for people to just like still consider you, for people to still acknowledge you, right? For people to still validate your actions, things like that. So I feel like, with this segment being a hidden psychology segment, I have to go at it from that kind of hidden psychology, bro. For me, it was from that angle of like it's one of those degenerate attachment styles, bro. Let me just like confirm things, dog. I don't just want to talk things, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we here to learn, right? We have to like teach each other what we're talking about right here, right? And you know, I just want to share that with you guys in an accurate way. You know what I'm saying? So just give me a moment. Let me just hit up my boy Copilot, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to hit this nigga up, because like he literally be wanting me to sign up like every time, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I don't get it. But anyway, got it. Copilot, how are you doing, my brother? Are you good?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Nah, I'm chilling, easy chilling with it. Now look, bro, when we're talking about psychology and attachment styles, you know what I'm saying? How many attachment styles generally do we get theoretically?
Ah, you're diving into psychology. Well, there are generally 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious preoccupied, dismissive avoidant, and fearful avoidant.
Fearful avoidant. Just break down the fearful avoidant attachment style for me, please, your honor.
Fearful avoidant attachment is quite complex. People with this style often desire close relationships, but fear getting hurt, so they may struggle with intimacy and trust. They might appear distant or avoidant, yet crave connection deep down. It's like a push-pull dynamic.
No. Okay, hold on. Just break down the 4 attachment styles again quickly for me, please.
Sure thing. We've got 4 main attachment styles. First, secure attachment, comfortable with intimacy and autonomy. Second, anxious preoccupied, craves closeness but fears abandonment. Third,
anxious preoccupied attachment style. Break down the real life example of behaviors that can be exhibited from this kind of attachment psychological development.
So, for fearful avoidant attachment, you might see behaviors like being hot and cold in relationships. They could crave closeness, but then pull away when things get too intense. Trust issues are common. So,
anxious avoidant. Okay, cool. No, please break down the anxious avoidant attachment styles within the context of somebody's behaviors in a public arena instead of in romantic connections.
Anxious avoidant in public settings, you'll see mixed signals. They may seem withdrawn, avoiding eye contact or social interactions. Yet, they might also seek approval, feeling anxious about how they're perceived. It's a push-pull dynamic, wanting connection, but fearing rejection. So, they may appear aloof, yet still seek validation subtly. It's a fascinating blend of behaviors. Does this resonate with someone you've observed?
Are you familiar with the streamer Nina Lin?
Nina Lin is a popular content creator
right.
known
so
for her.
what attachment style would you attach to Nina Lin's character?
I'm not sure about Nina Lin's character. Can you tell me more about her? Or is she from a specific show or book?
Bro, she aura farms, she clip baits, she rage baits. That's her characteristics. What attachment style would you attach to that, bro?
From what you're describing, it sounds like Nina Lin's character might lean towards an anxious preoccupied attachment style.
Anxious preoccupied attachment style. Break that down.
Anxious preoccupied attachment means craving closeness and validation, often feeling insecure about relationships. People with this style tend to worry about being abandoned or not valued, so they seek constant reassurance. This can lead to being overly dependent on others for emotional support. It's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Intriguing, right?
Anxious preoccupied attachment styles in the context of a lot of people watching you or getting attention from a lot of people just in a general public setting instead of romantic connection. How does that look like?
When someone with an anxious preoccupied attachment style is in the public eye, they might feel an intense need for approval and validation from the audience. They could be hyper-aware of others' reactions, perhaps over-analyzing feedback or comments. This can lead to
over analyzing feedback or comments. Would you say a live streamer that does or that acts out of pocket or that has degenerate action in their deeds live on stream just to look at their chat, just to see the reaction of their chat, would you say that that individual may exhibit anxious, preoccupied attachment styles?
Yes, it's possible. If a live streamer is constantly seeking immediate feedback and validation from their chat, and they engage in extreme or out-of-pocket behavior to elicit reactions, it could reflect an anxious, preoccupied attachment style. They might be seeking constant reassurance and validation, possibly feeling insecure without it.
What kind of psychology is developed within a human being that acts anxious or that exhibits anxious, preoccupied attachment styles only in front of the camera and never in their real life?
Exactly. It's common for people to show different sides of themselves.
Hold on. I don't think you understand me, brother. I say, what kind of psychology is developed in a human being that exhibits preoccupied attachment style with, like, in front of the camera though, never in real life, never off camera? Okay, I think I just broke my boy co-pilot. I think, you know what I'm saying, maybe it's the way I just, so she might just be, we might just like be seeing an anxious, preoccupied individual, you know what I'm saying? And that is, a psychological construct. You feel what I'm saying? This might be something that is subconscious, not even exclusively just to her, but like, yo, bro, individuals like her friend, bro, and I'm only gonna mention her friend, you know what I'm saying? The girl Zoe, you know what I'm saying? The girl that was involved with Illuminati and the beef, the smoke with Illuminati. Bro, there was this one clip where they were going crazy on Illuminati, dog. Going crazy, just wild, bro, just ghetto, just spewing all kinds of, curse words and da da da. You feel me? The typical shit that contributes to, black fatigue and concepts like this. They were just going crazy, right? Nina Lynn was in the clip. Nina Lynn was in the video. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy with Zoe. You know what I'm saying? And she just would just adopt these mannerisms. She would adopt literally these real life things that Zoe would do, and then she just repeat those. And it's like, I mean, that's when I saw, they're of the same cloth. They're cut from the same cloth. Facts. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, it may not be exclusive to somebody like her. Maybe a Zoe shares in that type of shit. Maybe even somebody like, I'm talking people that act way out of pocket, just, you know what I'm saying, for chat. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. So I guess people have just learned something about the anxious, preoccupied attachment style. You know what I'm saying? Just do your homework, nigga. You feel me? Yeah.